Hi, Julia, and
Hi.
yeah, thanks for coming on the Need to Know comedy show. I'm gonna ask you now. Well, we'll go on to the comedy later, but where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Estonia and
Ah,
then I grew up in London half of my life. So when I was 12, I left
oh,
Estonia. Yeah.
okay. And so was when you were in Estonia, were you interested in comedy or drama or performing? Was that something?
Yeah, I was just like so young, so I don't remember it that much, but I was definitely like, I had a good time to put on something strange on myself and then do something. I don't know. Yeah, I liked to play.
Like if
Like
when you were in school, were you like into?
I liked to do something. Like I liked to rebel a little bit in school, and I like to break the rules a little bit. So I think that's something.
That's
So
something. That's something you're still doing, I think.
I don't know. I hope so.
and and what about in London? Now, was that a big change for you? Well, like changing school and changing country, and
It
uh,
was, I didn't speak any English
oh,
or a little bit, so I didn't understand what was going on. And
oh,
I just like had to speak a physical language. Like, so I do kind of physical performance now. So maybe that's something that, because I felt the need to communicate through, you know, more physically than with words.
yeah, I can imagine. So, like you were in a classroom and you just didn't know what was happening. You didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't. And but when you don't know what's happening, you start noticing other things. Like, you just start noticing other things that are like, under there, not just language. And then, yeah, I think I was doing that because to just entertain myself.
Were you getting really good at reading body language?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have to, that's the only way to communicate if you don't speak the language.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I can't. I've never been
But
in.
then after a while, I learned it, and that was okay.
Yeah. So then, when you went to university, were you interested in the arts, or what did you
I
go?
actually never went to university. I
Okay.
went to kind of a theater, like a really weird theater school, tucked away in France, in like a strange town. And there is this old man, French man, with a drum, and he's teaching. And he's like, if you're boring, you have to leave. And and then you would go into the corner and hide and wait until you get the guts to get back up on stage again. So yeah, I didn't do like academic kind of work. So I never went to university. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how did you find out about this theater?
I did a workshop with a company that I really love, Complicite Theatre Company. They do. I just saw. I saw a show reel of their work online, and it just blew my mind. It was very poetic and playful, and it was just nothing like I've seen before. So I was like, I have to find out about these people. And then I did a workshop with them, and they told me about the school and this teacher, and then I went there. Yeah.
Wow. And so it's pretty like no prisoners taken. So if you're not, if the teacher doesn't feel you're doing what's right, he just goes no.
Yeah, but it's out of love. It's like he wants you to be good. It's kind of like, yeah, it's very honest, but it's still playful. So it's like you feel you feel the ouch, but it's like you're like no, but it's all good, and the whole point is to get comfortable failing and being shit, you know, and then being like, I'm shit, but I'm still gonna try, and then you kind of hopefully find something in that place, because then you don't have much to lose, I guess.
That's interesting, yeah. And that's similar to well, what I've heard of about the Lecoq school that.
Yeah. This is he studied with Lecoq.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I heard that if you're performing something just in the middle of it, you might go no merci, and you have to pay.
Exactly. Yeah. No merci is actually quite nice. That's quite nice compared to my teacher.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's interesting. I see that. I think from what I've seen of you on YouTube, that you're comfortable kind of almost doing nothing. You're comfortable just being on stage, and don't feel that. I don't think you don't seem to feel the pressure to perform.
That's actually quite nice. That's nice you say that. I like that. I hope so. It's not always the case, but I think I try to get to the place where I feel happy to be there. You know, just happy to see people. And but when I'm in my own head, that's when it's more, it's hard. So it helps when I'm comfortable being there, you know. But when I start thinking, what am I doing, then I usually so
Right.
definitely
Yeah.
that's a thing that I'm trying to. So that what you noticed is, that's nice to say that.
Okay. And is that strikes me as similar to what you try to get in meditation? So you try to
Yeah,
experience the actual moment you're living.
exactly. That is exactly it. Wow, you really just you, that's exactly. I really, I guess yeah, that's something I definitely just am interested about, the present moment and trying to be present, which is very hard sometimes with everything that's going on around us, you know.
And
Yeah,
particularly
so it's weird how hard it is just to be, like how much yeah, you know.
particularly on stage.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So you
It
kind of
yeah.
like, go
It
ahead.
you get less stressed the more you practice, I guess, just like with anything. But yeah, on stage, yeah.
So you
But when you realize that it's nothing, like that it is just people and you know, that you're just in a room. It's nothing, you know. You're just in four walls with people, just you and the people, and that's okay. Like then you realize, oh, nothing to fear, kind of.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
just we're all the same, and it's fine. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I've come from a different angle, and I'm only learning. I've only, if I've learned it at all, I've learned it recently. But because you know, I started off doing sketches and stand-up comedy, but I certainly wasn't. I was putting on a facade, like, you know, as I suppose as most people do. Um, I did, and then I did a week-long clowning course, and well, that was one of the things I learned. Whether I've brought that to the stage, I don't know, but I certainly learned in that you could.
Who with? Who did you do?
It's just in Dublin.
Cool.
The Lear Academy, Li. It's an Irish word, Lear, actually, Li, father or. So, um, I can't remember the teacher, but part of it was being in something that it goes against all my instincts as a stand-up comedian, would be to come out, not be able to say anything, and to make eye contact with each member of each the other students were sitting there,
Yeah.
and try to have some kind of communication before you move on to someone else. And that was terrifying.
Yeah, I know. It took, like, I know it's when I first, like, like when I studied clowning at the school I told you about, it's, oh, I just kept looking at the floor all the time. He was like, you love the floor. The floor is, you're in love with it. Like, I totally feel you. It's so hard to look, like, you, it's like they're gonna find out about me as a person. Like, I'm like, and there's just, you know, I just felt so many like things, but then when it happens, it feels easy, like, but it's so hard to, yeah, to let them in, isn't it?
Yeah, but isn't it absolutely incredible that just saying nothing and looking at somebody is terrifying, that you think they're going to see who you, and maybe they do see who you are.
True.
Because perhaps conversation is a mask as well, you know, constantly
Yeah,
talking, filling the void with words and stuff.
true. That's so true. It is, probably, because we're always like, what should I say now? And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
um, and the other thing I realized actually is that the struggle, whatever struggle you're having on stage, is incredibly interesting. If I'm watching someone else struggle on stage, it's fascinating. It's an amazing to watch.
Yeah, because it's real, I guess, right? It's a real,
Yeah,
it's a
and
real.
and then when you see somebody discover how to they're struggling, and then maybe they find an answer to what they were struggling for, and there's maybe you know, that's what drama is all about, isn't it? A struggle and then a conclusion. So sorry, I don't know if you believe. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. It's yeah, to watch someone fail or struggle, we're just like, yeah, that's just like me every day. So yeah, I think so. I think I agree with it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So how long did you study in France?
For 2 years. Yeah, and then I came back to London, and yeah, and then I was in London since then.
Yeah. And what did you think you wanted to do after that? Did you know?
I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a, a classical actor in a big theater, and then I didn't do that. I wanted
Okay.
to do tragedy, you know.
And how does one go about that? I suppose there's an audition process for theatre.
Yeah, I suppose so. To be honest with you, I didn't know myself how to go about it because everyone in my class was a comedian. Like, in the class where I went, even though I went to the school because it was recommended to me by a theater company that I love. But then I turned up at the school and everyone was a comedian, and everyone was there because of some guy, Dr. Brown. I was like, who is Dr. Brown? Like, Phil Burgers. Who is that, you know? And then, like, everyone was there because of him, you know. Everyone was talking about Edinburgh Fringe, like, comedy award. I was like, what even is that? Like, I didn't know what any of this was. I wanted to do, like, tragedy, you know. And then because I left the school, and then I didn't have any actor friends. I had, all my friends were comics. So they were like, yeah, I'm going to do a gig, I'm going to try some material, and then I'm working on a solo show. And then I was just like, okay, where is the gig? Can I come? Can I try? And then I just found myself doing comedy. Like, I was like, what's happening? And then now I'm doing some really weird, like, yeah, performing. I don't even know how to, yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. But
So how did you? Actually, that's amazing that everybody in this school in France, they
yeah,
want to do comedy.
and lots of British comedians. Canadians as well.
Wow.
And Australian, maybe like one French person there.
Yeah. They were all told together by a mysterious Dr. Brown.
Mysterious Dr. Brown.
Who is Dr. Brown? Got to get him on the show.
Yes, you do.
So how did you've written a show called Legs, yeah?
Yes, you can say I've written that. You can say that. If it can be written, yes.
Well, you've certainly performed it.
Yeah. But and created it and written it.
Oh yeah, of course.
I have written it. I have notes where it's like legs.
And that won the Malcolm Hardy Award, yeah. So,
it did, yeah.
So that's fantastic. So how did this come about? What inspired you to?
What inspired Legs for me was when we were in Adelaide Fringe. Me and we did a cabaret where we could try different things. It wasn't always a success. It was often a flop, but it meant that we could try things we've never tried before, which was very cool. And then we went to a charity shop to look for costume. And I found a coat and a hat in the shop and some shoes, but I couldn't find trousers. And she was like, why don't you just wear this? And then I was like, okay. And then I wore it. And then she just started laughing at me. Like, she was like, you look so stupid. And then I started walking around like the shop like that. And she just started to laugh. And it was more like, it was like a two friends having fun in the shop moment. And then she was just like, why don't you go and do that tonight on stage in the cabaret? And I was just like, I am terrified. People are like, it's gonna be scary, like to go without trousers, like this is gonna be terrifying. And it was so scary. I got like so much anxiety backstage, like, it's just like, but then she was like, no, you gotta do this. You've got to do this. Like, you've got to do this for women. You've got to do this for Legs. Like, who says, why is this uncomfortable for you? Like, just claim your legs. Go and reclaim your legs. So I was like, oh my God, okay. And then I went, and then the first time I did it, it didn't go so well. But I insisted. I just kept on doing it until but yeah, actually the first time I did it, people just looked at me like, they were just looking at me and they were just like so confused. And then I was like, legs. And then that's where Legs started, because I had to explain. I was just like, legs. I just started saying legs. And then they kind of started laughing a little bit. And then it just kind of grew slowly from that. And I kept on trying it with an audience. And then slowly it just kind of developed into something. And then two brothers, amazing Duncan brothers, that the show Legs we made with, they're like the most, I don't know, they're just so insane and fun, and they just love to take ideas really far and stupid ideas. And then we wanted to do a show in Edinburgh, so we were like, why don't we just call it Legs? And then we made a whole show about legs, and they just took that on, and like, it was just, they made this legs world possible that was much more than just my number. It just became this big thing, and just full of legs, the whole show. So it was fun. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, that you take something just like legs, whatever, you just start with that, and then it kind of becomes profound in some sense.
I hope so. I am inside. I am all about tragedy and profound. So I hope so. I hope people feel in a lot about their legs and the world.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose I haven't seen the whole show, so I've only seen a clip on. But I'm just listening to you talk about your first time going on stage, and that you're going on there thinking you've got to do this for women as well. Maybe there's, or maybe just the fact that you feel vulnerable not
I think,
having.
yeah, I felt definitely vulnerable, and I think that was made it interesting to go and try and have fun like that also. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that you felt vulnerable meant there was something.
Probably. That's how I thought as well. Like, why do I feel so scared to do this? Yeah, I think there was. And I think there definitely was. Definitely.
Yeah, so that's incredible. I wish I could
You're
see.
used to legs being like, ooh, too much, too feminine, too, I don't know. It's just, they are feminine, great, whatever, but they're also not. Like, there are also many other things. You know?
Yeah, you could take that of any part of the body that's been sexualized, and you go, well,
Yeah,
actually, it's got practical use. It's legs.
exactly.
They bring you around. Why do you have to
Mm.
make them?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
And so,
yeah.
yeah, in that sense, it is profound. And have you after that was last autumn, last 2019? You won that award, and had you plans then to go back to Edinburgh this year?
We had actually, we were gonna do legs again.
Ah.
And we were gonna do also another show that I made with two of my dear friends. That's called Anna Karenina Nana. And it's yeah, it's it's what it sounds like, I guess. It's a show about Anna Karenina. It's a tragic show, but it's in the comedy section for some reason.
Oh, could you tell me more about that show?
Yeah, it's three of us trying our absolute best to retell the story of Anna Karenina,
Mm.
and the book is long, and not all of us have read it, and I, I don't remember most of it either because it's very long, and there is very long description of horse in the book, and
Of a
you know,
horse.
and one of us has read it, and one of us actually is a very good actress, and another one of us is absolutely like just doesn't have any skills, and another one of us is like just has all the skills in the world, so it's a fun show. I wish we did it. It's just three friends, it's three friends on stage together. It's so nice.
And is it improvised or?
No, it's actually we made the show with Dan Lees, director, that is also a comic, and it's actually very meticulously, weirdly enough, choreographed. Like we've made these numbers that we devised together and rehearsed, and yeah, so we worked a lot on it, and it was a big heartbreak not to take it to Edinburgh this year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and we took it to Vault Festival and played Rich Mix in London with it. So we had a little bit of a run with it, but not enough, not enough.
Yeah, that's very frustrating. I know it's for
Yeah,
lots of acts.
we're not the only ones, so
Mm,
it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So do you feel that have you been doing any online work in the last few months?
Yeah, actually, we've been gigging quite a lot on Zoom, and then right now I'm in Oslo because my boyfriend is from here, and we just came here because gigs opened up again, and we are kind of gigging here, which is nice to be back on stage.
Mm.
And confusing and to be in front of a Norwegian audience who don't speak English always, but I'm starting to have fun with it as well. And yeah, but Zoom gigs what a crazy thing, right? Like, what a
Yeah,
crazy thing.
I don't really do any stand up on Zoom, but I've been doing improv on Zoom, and that really works for me.
Yeah, cool. Did you
Yeah.
like it, the experience?
Yeah, I like doing improv on Zoom because there's a few of us, there's 5 or 6 of us, and at least we're having fun together. Whereas I
That's
don't like stand up because I can't hear anybody.
that makes a lot of sense. That makes all the sense. Yeah, because you're kind of like talking but alone into the but there's like you're playing. That's nice. Yeah. Same actually. I haven't done many solo Zoom things. I've been playing with Viggo Ben, who's a comedian from Norway, and that was really fun to play together. And then we play with just being on Zoom and how you can do many tricks as well, I guess,
Oh
on
yeah.
Zoom, which is fun,
And what
which is
about sketches? Have you filmed any sketches? I saw one actually from the monkey barrel or whatever.
oh cool. Yeah. Actually I did a few for them, and then we made a video. It's called Masters of Squat. It's on my YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a video about squatting. It's kind of a development from legs, how healthy it is to squat, and that everyone should squat all the time because it is genuinely really healthy.
To squat on
Yeah.
your. I thought you meant to move into a house. That's
Yeah, no, to actually squat. I meant squat, but yeah, but yeah, squatting, moving into a house, that makes sense. Yeah.
Squatting down is good for your health. Why is that?
Very good. It's unbelievably good, actually. We did a lot of research on it, and we found out that it's so good for your general well-being, your digestion, your flexibility. It's even easier, and if you're pregnant, it's really good because then your hips are open. It gives air into your spine. It's just the best. You should all, like everyone, I think, needs to be squatting more.
Okay, that's interesting. I must try more squatting because I've had
Mm.
tight hips.
Good. You need to do it. You must. It's not
Right.
always comfortable at first, but you get much better at it. And then you can even eat while squatting. You can brush your teeth. You can hang out. There's a whole squatting culture in Russia. It's like a meme about squatting. Like people love to squat.
Oh, okay. And
The lifestyle.
you could do without chairs then altogether.
Yeah, you can. You don't need chairs.
And is that
It's a revolution against chairs.
it's an anti-chair stance. And
Exactly. To bring down the chair.
so the Japanese really would be their culture would be non-chair, right?
Have you been there? I don't actually know. Yeah, I'm
No,
not
but
sure.
I'm thinking that everything's quite low. The tables are low, and
Oh, yeah, true. Yes, yes,
uh,
they get it. No chairs.
yeah. So yeah, the modern toilet you wouldn't be a fan of then. The modern toilet, the sitting.
Oh God. Yeah. 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 Actually, yeah. No, I prefer the old way.
Yeah, that is definitely. But I don't want to bring it there. But I mean, that is definitely supposed to be a healthier way to.
Yeah, true. It is actually. It is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, it is much better. It's
Yeah,
actually very unhealthy to sit. Yeah.
yeah. That sounds brilliant. I'm going to
Sitting
look
is
that
just
up.
as good. Yeah.
So the squatting is on YouTube. It's on
I
your
should be
channel.
squatting right now, actually. Sorry.
It should be. I'm going to stay sitting in case I fall over. Uh, I think I will. Yeah, I will. I'm going to stay sitting. So, uh, Julia, yeah, we don't have much time left. So you were recommended by Erin Tett.
Thank
Uh,
you, Erin. That's so nice. She's amazing.
she is amazing. Yeah, and
One,
you've been on her show. What's it called? Unpaid.
and exposed.
Yeah. And I love that show.
She's so great. I love her.
She's great, yeah. So is there anyone you would like to recommend then who I could
Yes, I would love to recommend Frankie Thompson.
Frankie Thompson.
I can write you the name after. She is fantastic performer and clown, and she is making very theatrical, poetic, and funny, idiotic. Just she's wonderful. I think definitely get Frankie on.
Okay, I will get Frankie on, sure. I feel really bad that I'm not squatting. Maybe I should try it.
Yes! Try it.
Okay, yeah.
Have patience with yourself, because if you haven't had a lot of practice.
It's going to take me a while to get used to this, but I will give it a go, because
no more jazz.
I need I won't go that far. I'll give it a go. It's really hard for me, actually, but I'm in my 50s.
It was hard for me in the beginning, and then I get it.
Oh really? Yeah.
Promise. It's all about practice and persistence.
Okay. Well, it brings a new meaning to the term squatters' rights.
And it's all about getting your heels on the ground.
Oh, my heels are not on the ground. Oh my God. I swear to God, this is so hard for me. I'm going to try it at some other time.
Thank you for trying. That's so nice.
What's that again?
I'm so happy you tried. It just made me feel good.
I know, I felt that I should really. But getting my heels on the ground, that's going to take me a while. But I think I might check in with you in maybe a month's time and send you a photograph of my squatting.
Please do.
All right, okay. Listen, Julia, it's been really nice talking to you, and I love what you're doing.
It's been lovely speaking with you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And enjoy your time in Oslo. Sounds like good fun.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Ciao.